What's up guys, I'm Boosh and we're about to dive into a step-by-step guide on how to become attuned to Onyxia's lair and get your Drakefire Amulet in World of Warcraft Classic. This is a long quest, so bear with me, I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. Step 1. Dragonkin Menace. You can start this attunement as early as level 48, but it may be a bit difficult. The first part of this chain starts in the southeastern part of Burning Steppes, known as Morgan's Vigil. You'll have to first talk to Halundus Riverhorn, who will give you the quest Dragonkin Menace. For this quest, you'll have to kill 10 black dragon spawns, 1 black drake, 4 black wormkins, and 15 black broodlings who look like whelps. After these are finished, you can head back to Riverhorn to do the turn-in. Step 2. True Masters. True Masters is a long chain of quests focused on the lore of Lady Onyxia. The first stop is Red Ridge Mountains, where you'll take Halundus Riverhorn's letter to Magistrate Solomon. Solomon will give you a letter which you take to High Lord Bolvar of Vordragon in Stormwind's castle. He will ask you to speak with Lady Prestor, who is standing right next to him. After you speak with Lady Prestor, you'll need to speak with Bolvar again, and he will direct you to go back to Solomon in Lakeshire. After taking Bolvar's decree to Solomon, he will send you back to Morgan Vigil to talk to Marshal Maxwell. Marshal Maxwell will then give you the task of listening to Ragged John's story. This is another simple portion of the quest where you'll have to head to a cave north of the ruins of Thorishan in Burning Steppes. He is standing right outside the cave near a cauldron. Step 3. Marshal Windsor. After you speak with Ragged John, you will then return to Marshal Maxwell at Morgan's Vigil. He will then tell you to go find out what happened to Marshal Windsor down in the Blackrock Depths. The map here is the relevant part of BRD that you will use. I know it has a lot going on, but I've marked exactly where on the map Marshal Windsor is with the orange pentagon. After finding Marshal Windsor in BRD, you must go back to Morgan's Vigil in Burning Steppes and tell Marshal Maxwell about him. Step 4. A crumpled up note. The quest chain seems to end here after you speak with Marshal Maxwell, but it just opens up a new quest chain for you somewhere else. This is when you'll venture back into BRD to kill Dark Iron Dwarves until you find an item called a crumpled up note, which will then start a quest to go speak with Marshal Windsor back in his jail cell. Windsor will then send you further into BRD to kill General Angerforge and Golem Lord Argolmach to retrieve 2 pieces of information. These 2 bosses are marked on the map, Angerforge with the pink pentagon and Golem Lord with the blue pentagon. To get to these bosses, you go through the locked door through the gates when you initially entered BRD. You want to either have somebody with the Shadowforge key or a rogue with high enough lockpicking skills to pick the lock. After the gear is engaged in the next room, you can start clearing to General Angerforge. After General Angerforge is dead, you go back up the stairs and down the hallway and you'll see the Golem Lord in front of you. After retrieving both pieces of information, you will head back to Windsor in his jail cell to get to the next step of the quest. Step 5. Jailbreak. This is the quest everybody is spamming about, and it's long and not a lot of fun. My recommendation is clear both loops within the jail along with any hostile mobs in the jail area. Windsor will spawn packs of mobs throughout the escort quest, and it's just better not to have to deal with any of these things along the way. Other than being long and tedious, there isn't much to this escort quest, but after you've completed escorting Windsor back to BRD, make sure you don't zone out until the quest is completed. Head back to Marshal Maxwell at Morgan's Vigil. Step 6. Stormwind Rendezvous. Marshal Maxwell now wants you to go to the front gates of Stormwind, where you'll talk to Squire Rowe to get Marshal Windsor to spawn. Follow Marshal Windsor to the Stormwind Castle while he does his long annoying RP walk, while getting praised by any guard that passes him. As soon as you get to the entrance of the keep, Windsor will stop and you'll have to talk to him again to let him know that you're ready. After following Windsor up into the castle where an RP event happens between Bolvar and Lady Prestor, some elite dragonkin will spawn around the room and a giant fight will break out. Help kill the dragons and speak with High Lord Bolvar when it's completed. He will give you a quest called the Dragon's Eye. Step 7. The Dragon's Eye. For this quest, you'll travel to Winterspring and work your way down to the Blue Dragon Cave, located here, represented by a pentagon on the map. You'll either fight your way through this cave, or you'll run through and hope you don't die. At the very end of the cave, there's a blue rune sitting on the ground that you can right-click on and it'll teleport you to the top of the mountain, where you'll meet Halia. Hula? Step 8. Drakefire Amulet. Hale, I think that's how you pronounce her name. I don't know why it's so hard for me, but we'll now give you a quest to retrieve Blood of the Black Dragon Champion. To obtain this blood, you will travel to UBRS with the group and kill the final boss, General Drakaseth. After killing the general and looting his blood, you will then head back to Hale in Winterspring for the final turn-in, where you will now be attuned for Onyxia's lair and receive your Drakefire Amulet. Congratulations, now go kill a dragon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully this guide was in some way helpful or informative to you. If you'd like to see specific content or specific guide made for WoW Classic, please leave a comment below on what you would like to see. Also, hit that thumbs up button and that sub button for future Classic WoW content. I'd be extremely grateful, and I will catch you next time. Bye!